Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G on EGTV. You already know. You can see the emblem below. And yo, we got my guy. I can hear the playback. What's going on? Oh, I'm literally watching it. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
Okay. But yo, what are you saying, man? We got Carefree in the house, Chelsea fan. You know what? Before we go on all rivals and talk about Chelsea Arsenal, let's just talk about the person, man. You know what? I never realized how hard it is to do content and how hard it is to be such a busy person doing all this content, especially you with all the different things you're doing with your own channel, all the people who want to do interviews with you, all the other people you're working with. You know what, man? Big up to you. Salute to all the people who do content creation, because it's such a tough thing. And also, I've been watching this for a long time. I've been watching you for a long time. So honestly, thanks for coming on, and I really appreciate it, bro.
Hey, anytime, man. I'm always happy to jump on. And yeah, it is hard. Like I've got used to it as well, because this is probably the first season where I've actually started taking my personal channel seriously. And yeah, sometimes it is a struggle to think of content. It's a good thing we're in this part of the season, because we got games like every 2 or 3 days. So it's very easy to come up with ideas and stuff. But when you got 1 game a week, 2 games a week, sometimes it's rough. But hey, it's just part of the job, innit? I'm always happy to be doing it.
Yeah. And yo, there's also a whole nother element that people don't really realize when it comes to doing content creation. You get love, but you know you get a lot of hate. And it's like,
yeah,
but that's how do you deal with that? Like, filter everything on Twitter, you don't see it, or like
in one ear, out the other. Like, I don't care. It's very easy to let things go once you stop caring about it. So I don't know. It's easy. It's easier said to me, but compared to other people, some people probably take it to heart. But I don't care. That's the way I go through a lot of things. If I learn not to care about something, it don't impact me. So don't care.
Yeah, big up to you, bro. And yo, talk to me. So when did you start your own channel? Because it's like, did you always have your own channel, or did you just start it recently?
I've had this channel for about 3 years, but I didn't really take it seriously. Like, I put 1 video on there a month or something. It was just there. Like, I don't even know how it got to 6K subs, but to everyone who subs since day one, big up all you guys, because I didn't take it seriously for 2.5 years. Now I've started taking it a bit more seriously now. It's grown a bit, so I'm happy, and things are progressing the way I want it to. So I'm happy to keep it going. But yeah, it's still early days. Like we said already, there's a lot of struggle when it comes to thinking of content ideas, but we're getting more creative. I'm coming up with more ideas, and I'm enjoying the content more.
True. So yeah, Chelsea Arsenal. Let's be honest. You guys, in my lifetime, Chelsea have gone from being not that big of a club to almost taking our spot as the 3rd biggest club. I'm not gonna lie to you. As much as I would, to me, you guys still haven't taken it, because we still have a bigger trophy count. Until you take that trophy count,
but you don't have the biggest trophy, so
that's true. That's true.
Sticky one still.
Yo, bunny ears. Listen, we're not gonna get bunny ears anytime soon, so you're gonna hold that over us. But hey, as long as we have a larger trophy count, if Manchester City catch up to you, in my opinion, they could overtake you guys. Close than more than
prestige over the amount. You can stat pad the FA Cups all you want, but even before we had Roman Abramovich, we still had more European trophies than you guys. So
I don't even know about that. We had 2. How many did you guys have before you?
We are not counting the Interfairs Cup. I'm sick to death of Arsenal fans trying to take that as a European trophy. That is a pre-season trophy, and we all know it. That does not count. You got 1 European trophy.
Okay, do you? Am I mistaken? Do you guys not have a Super Cup? One of those
Super Cups. That's calm. And even if you want to take out the Super Cups, I think it's still 5-1 Chelsea.
Okay, so you're only giving us the Cup Winners' Cup. That's it.
Cup win. I think we're the only team in England that's won every single European trophy there is to win, and one of only 4 clubs in Europe to do it.
Manchester United did it.
They haven't won every European trophy.
They just won the Europa League.
Tell me in the comment section, but I know they're missing one, because I know it's Chelsea, AC Milan, two other clubs I don't really remember the name of, but I know Chelsea are in a group of 4 that's only won every single European trophy, and we're the only English team to do it. So European pedigree, bro. And also had to bring the shirt out as well. Big up Baku.
My God, put the Baku shirt on. Yo, in recent memory, I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys have had our number. You guys have had our number consistently. I feel like the thing we've done though, every time we go into a game, the underdogs, like we are this time, even though we're at home, we usually find a way to beat you guys. I feel like FA Cups, you guys won the league. Last FA Cup,
the FA Cups, if we're being real about 2020. There's massive Anthony Taylor tax on that, but we move. 2017, fair play. You lot absolutely smashed us first minute to 90, and it could have been 6-1. Like, I was sitting there in Wembley just watching the game like, raw, these men must have just been drinking the whole week celebrating the league title. They didn't care about this match. So I'll give you 2017, even though the first goal is a bit dodgy, but I'll give you 2017 anyway. But you lot coming into this game, here's the thing. The only reason why I'm talking is because if we don't win this game, it's embarrassing anyway. I don't care, because that's the way you lot are going into this game. Your home record, I don't think you haven't beaten a team in England since November the 1st. It is bad for you lot. If we don't win this game, it's embarrassing. So I don't care coming on here and saying that we should be smoking you guys, because we should be smoking you guys. And if that doesn't happen, it's embarrassing all around. So I could take saying it on camera anyway. We should be beating you guys, and I think we will.
Listen, if you guys lose to us on Saturday, it is, right? Saturday, Boxing Day. If you guys lose to us on Boxing Day, I'm coming for certain people's heads. I don't care we're 15th. I don't care if we still mathematically...
You still going to get hyped if you win?
No, to me, it's to the people who... There's a certain guy who said my team's in the toilet. And if my team's in the toilet and we beat Chelsea, so what are you?
State the name.
Yo, I'm coming for David's head. He already knows.
There we go, David. Big up David as well.
Okay. David knows. I'm coming for his head. You know what it is? He's been his laugh single-handedly can make you angry. That's how bad it is. I'm in a group chat with Chelsea fans. There's more. Listen, in my lifetime, I hated Chelsea more than I hated Spurs. As much as Arsenal fans are supposed to hate Spurs, I didn't grow up around Chelsea. I didn't grow up around Spurs fans. I grew up around Chelsea fans. These guys literally bought me a Shevchenko shirt. Bro. My family bought me a Shevchenko shirt thinking I was a Chelsea fan. Like, I had to tell them quickly, change that to a result.
That's the exact same story I have. I hate Arsenal way more than Spurs because I didn't know any Spurs fans growing up, and they weren't really a big team when we were growing up either. It was Chelsea v Arsenal as the big London derby to a little kid growing up, and seeing as I was surrounded by Arsenal fans, because I can't lie, West London is filled with Arsenal fans. It doesn't make sense. I was in Shepherd's Bush when we beat you lot 1-0 away at the Emirates 15-16 season. I was the only Chelsea fan there. Me and some other girl, and the rest was just all red. There was even a guy who was doing Chelsea training for like the little kids outside at Westway. He was in full Chelsea trackies supporting Arsenal. I was like, what? Because this is meant to be Chelsea sides, but you lot are, the one thing I'll say about you lot are like a virus. You're everywhere.
Don't say that V word right now.
No. I'm not saying the name of it because I know we'll get demonetized, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. But yo, when it comes down to it, Chelsea versus Arsenal, to me, the reason why I still say you guys haven't overtaken us is because the trophy count. But realistically, in my lifetime, Chelsea is the bigger club. Chelsea is the club that a lot of people know. But
it's the thing, though.
History-wise, we're still the bigger club.
With that logic, are we going to say Muhammad Ali is the best boxing fighter now because of what he did back in the 70s? Nope. Are we going to say you run London because of the trophies you won in the 30s? Nope. It's all about recency. Since 2000, we've won the most trophies out of everyone in England, let alone London. Our European trophy count is bigger than the entire of London's combined. We run London, bro. It's not a debate if we're being real about it. It's about recency bias. Fact is, if you lot were winning trophies regularly right now, there'd be a lot more of a debate. It doesn't happen. You have a couple FA Cups.
Listen, Arsenal at our worst
FA Cups in the last 10 years.
As much as you stick your nose up to FA Cup, in our worst scenarios, Arsenal are a cup team. At our best, we're challenging for the title, and we're in the Champions League.
What does the cup mean? Like, here's the thing. This is the exact same thing that happened in 2017. You lot fell down from your previous ranking. You went from 2nd place to 5th place, but you won the FA Cup and everyone went and got gassed about it and thought it was amazing. And then you lot dropped further down the table. Now we're here in 2020. You lot have dropped from 5th place to 8th place, but you lot have won the FA Cup. You thought it was going to be something big, the Arteta revolution and everything, and you're falling further down the league. It is rinse and repeat. And this is what I always say about your fan base. You, man, never learn. Never learn. Because you do the same thing again and again and again. I saw this happening as soon as you won the FA Cup. And I spent the whole summer on Twitter just going, bookmark, 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 bookmark. And the crops have grown. The crops have grown this whole... And even by my expectations, this has been a madness.
No, but the one thing you got to give to our fan base, we don't hide. We're bad, we don't hide. We're good, you hear about it.
You lot are mad shameless, I'll give you that.
We don't hide.
January and the 2-2 win at Stamford Bridge. Oh my gosh.
It wasn't a 2-2 win. It was a draw. Let's be honest.
How many tweets did your admin put out? Like, was it 17 in 24 hours?
About the goal.
Yeah, and it was 2 shots on target and just big Kep attacks as per usual that whole season. Like, I say with my chest, we would have finished 2nd last season with a good goalkeeper. And that's facts.
Listen, we've messed up a lot throughout our time. But to me, everything changed in 2004. We went invincible. You guys started the revolution. From there on, it's been Chelsea. Arsenal have not been doing much in the league. We've been coming close, either losing to Manchester United or losing to yourselves. Even 2008, I feel like, was the last big title challenge we had. 2015 Leicester season, if you remember, if Giroud didn't miss all those chances and didn't score for 15 games, we would be in the shout for that season to win the league.
Yeah, we're not going to blame that all on Giroud.
Right? Same thing with you guys. You guys missed out some leagues too. You didn't win. You lost out on Mourinho's 3rd title back-to-back. If you could have got a three-peat.
Yeah, but that was a bunch of injuries that season. We had Petr Cech and Kudacini taken out in the same game by Stephen Hunt, I think. We had Abu Diaby, one of your man, kick John Terry in the head in the cup final. I actually think he injured himself in the same thing, but that might not be true. I don't know, but I heard something saying that. We had a couple injuries that season. That was the real difference. It was a really good title race with Manchester United, to be fair. But yeah, we just got done over by injuries, but it is what it is.
Yeah, talking about Petr Cech. Petr Cech just said something about... Let's talk about Arteta now, before we talk about Lampard. Petr Cech said he pleaded for Arsenal to give Mikel Arteta time. He's pleading for them to not give them time.
That's my legend. That is my legend. I love that. Big up Petr Cech.
Why do you flip it as a bad thing? Maybe it's a good thing.
It's not a bad thing. Keep Arteta in the job. Good manager. He won 2 trophies in a month. That's what I heard.
Okay, now you're mocking it. Now you're mocking it. To me, I'm still like, I still think the players are a bigger problem than the manager. So to me, I'm gonna back the manager over the players. I'm not backing anybody over the club. To me, the club is bigger than anybody. I was here saying Aubameyang should leave in the summertime and we should get better players in. You guys know more than anybody else. You should always back the players over the manager. People who back the players over the manager, that's what led to all the sackings at Chelsea. Do you think that was a good thing? Because everyone tells me, sack Arteta, do what Chelsea do, bring managers in, and no one should know better than a Chelsea fan. You tell me, sacking Arteta, is it going to make it better?
Yeah. At the very least, you'd get that new manager bounce, but it depends on the manager you get about whether it would be consistent or not. Like, if I'm going to be real with you and just take banter out of everything and even say something that I wouldn't want to see happen, I'd sack Arteta right now and I'd bring in Maurizio Sarri. Because Maurizio Sarri knows how to take a mid-table side and make them good. Give him 2-3 years, you man would be bleeding Sarri ball and it would be liquid football and I'd hate to see it. But I'd do that because I think he'd actually have a philosophy. Maybe the players wouldn't understand it initially. The first season is always going to be a bit of a drag with Maurizio Sarri, but we never gave him the time. Second season might have been good with the transfer ban and everything. I'm not so sure. But you give Sarri what he needs, or you give Sarri tools to work with, because the one thing that him and the board would even like is he don't care about transfers. He's not going to tell the board to get anybody. He's just going to say, give me a player and I'm going to see what I can do with him. If he fits my philosophy, I'll get him to work. So that would be a great fit for you lot. I would never want to see it happen, but I'd get rid of Arteta quick. I don't even know what he's still doing at the job. That FA Cup has given him so much time. Not going to lie, in the grand scheme of things, not even that deep that we lost it, but He's been given so much time because of it, and you're wasting time still having him as a manager.
I only reason why I disagree, and I feel like Arteta should still keep the job, is because we have such deep-rooted issues that if you bring another manager in, what makes you think that he's not going to want to keep some of these players that are a problem? The next manager might be
That
like,
doesn't
hey,
mean he's not still clowning around. I mean, this guy couldn't care about an injury, man. You could have one leg, he'll probably still send you out on the pitch to try and play another 10 minutes. How many players is it now? David Luiz, it was Partey in the Spurs game, and now it's Martinelli as well. Like, let's be real. This guy looks like a clown still. The guy was doing Steiner math in one of your pre-match press conferences a few weeks ago. A guy talking about bare percentages, like it even means anything in the grand scheme of things when you haven't beaten an English team in nearly 2 months.
Do you get what he's saying, though? Basically, he's saying the numbers would say, oh, we had this percentage of chance to lose these many games in a row, and you still have a chance to lose, and anything can happen. It's football. Basically, he's trying, instead of saying it's just, this is football, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah, but this manager is saying with chess that we lost to Burnley at home without them even having a shot on target. I was like, what? Like, if this was my manager, Like I get that the whole club, there's a lot of deep-rooted issues. Do you need a manager with this level of experience managing through all of this and you think it's going to work out? You need an experienced manager. This guy has had less experience than Frank Lampard, and people mock him because he's only had 1 year at Derby before he joined. That's 1 year's more experience than he had. All he did was just do up Pep Guardiola's cones before training for 2.5 years, if we're being real about it. You need a manager with experience. Mikel Arteta does not give you that experience, especially in the mess that your club's in right now. That's why he's completely the wrong guy for the job.
Yeah, big up to Daniel. Daniel says big up to Egal and Lewis and up to Chelsea. He made me say that. I can't believe it. Anyways, let's go on to the next thing. Lampard. Let's talk about Lampard. To me, Mikel Arteta might not have experience, yes, and he might have come from a coaching position, an assistant coach position, straight into football. But Lampard, to me, the reason why Lampard is doing so well, I would say, is because Jody Morrison is a big part to play with it. A lot of people don't speak about Jody Morrison. You might be surprised they even know Jody Morrison's name. But to me, Jody Morrison being with the club, knowing these academy kids, has a big part to play with the factor that you guys are doing as well as you're doing. I'm not making fun of Lampard. I'm saying some people need to show respect to Jody Morris in the background.
Oh, Chelsea fans know all about Jody Morris. We chanted his name in the away end, same way we chanted Frank Lampard's the entire time. Even when he was at Derby, like, we were still chanting his name as well because he was the assistant manager. And yeah, he's been a big part of the success. I like how tribal he is as well. Always has a couple digs at Jose Mourinho every now and then. I'm sure there's something behind the scenes that happened because Mourinho was never really one for promoting the youth, and Jody Morris was, I think, youth coach at the time. But yeah, he's sick.
Okay, now let's get on to Lampard. There's people who say, today I heard guys say, if we lose to Arsenal and he plays defensive like he did against Tottenham or against Manchester United, against Arsenal, I'm gonna have questions about Lampard. I think Lampard has a lot of credit in the bank, but when would you start questioning him? Because obviously I'm questioning Arteta because of what's going on. But what would it take for you to question Lampard?
Here's the thing. I think at Chelsea, we're a lot more ruthless in terms of the way we view everything. And we have questioned Lampard. Even this season, I've questioned Lampard. Start the season with the 4-2-3-1 formation because it wasn't really working in a lot of games. We're having a lot of defensive mistakes and we couldn't transition from defense to attack to save our lives. I was questioning Lampard, and then he changed up to the 4-3-3 and everything worked. There was a couple questions as well after the 2 losses back to back, but they get answered. Like Chelsea, I don't think it's the same way with you guys, and to an extent Man United as well, where there's a lot of protecting the legends. Like Frank Lampard does come out for criticism. There is a huge portion of the fan base that is Lampard out. Even still right now, they are Lampard out. So I would say Lampard is under pressure. He knows he's under pressure. 3-0 down to West Brom. People were going for Frank Lampard. After the 3-3 draw as well, people are gunning for Frank Lampard as well. He comes up, he handles the pressure head on, and he answers half the questions anyway. There's still some things that he can improve on. He is still a young manager. I'm not going to say he's perfect, but he's getting better. He's got better since the start of the season. And I keep saying his first Premier League season, he would have got second with a competent goalkeeper. If that's his first season for Chelsea with a transfer ban, Eden Hazard out the whole season. Eden Hazard gone to Real Madrid and injuries the whole season. That's an amazing first season. And realistically, it's just Kepa tax that held that back.
Kepa, man. You know, we got our own Kepa, but worth 2 million now.
Yeah, that Ronison guy's hilarious. He's probably half the reason why Mikel Arteta...
Yo, he deactivated his Twitter literally after one bad game.
I feel peak for him, but that was a really bad performance from him still.
No,
it's so
bad.
peak to be a goalkeeper. I know it's like I used to play in goal and I was dead as well, so I know what it feels like to have everyone against you, but bruv, that was bad. That was bad.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the game, but before we talk about the game, let's look at our form. Is relegation... Everyone's talking about relegation. Big Sam. Look, Big Sam came out.
Oh my
Big Sam.
gosh.
Big Sam is mocking Arsenal, bro, on our form. Big Sam came out and said, I've been here before.
Shop, bruv.
What?
More L's than a coffee shop.
The man came out and said, Big Sam came out and said, I've been here before. I know what it is. Arsenal are for sure relegation challengers with me. And you know what? I've been here before, so they haven't, and I think I can get myself out of this. He's basically talking about the fact that Arsenal are in the same relegation battle with West Brom. Like, is Big Sam just throwing shots, or do you believe this relegation talk?
Deep, but it's facts. If you like it or not, it is facts, and that is peak, but it is the truth. You lot are there. You lot are in that position right now.
But you were in the same position as us at Marino's last season.
Yeah, but what did we do that you haven't done right now?
You sacked your manager.
There
and
you
where
go.
did you end up finishing that season?
I mean, 10th, but I don't even care. We won the league, but with seasons in between that, like, it's just a banter season. I'm not going to lie. I look back at 15-16. It was a massive bit of laughs. We ruined Tottenham's title charge. We ruined your title charge. I think we had the longest unbeaten run in the Premier League season as well. And we had more draws than we had wins. It was jokes, man. I look back at 17-18 is the dead season. Conte's last season. I hate that season. 15-16, that's just jokes. Everyone was just vibing.
Okay, so now let's go back onto the form. As much as everyone talks about Arsenal's bad form, let's be honest. You guys aren't unbeaten. Like, people are talking about Chelsea as title contenders. This is that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I put you guys in the title race simply because in January, if it's close, you guys would go spend that money. Unlike Tottenham, but right now, you guys lost 2 of your last 3. I can't really talk when I have so many L's on the sheet, obviously. But at the same time, like,
here's the thing. That's also 2 losses in our last 10. If we just opened that up a little bit more.
That's true.
Yeah, it is a bit of a bad run, back-to-back defeats. I'm not too annoyed about the Everton loss. It is what it is. One jammy penalty, and we had no wingers the whole match. I don't care. The Wolves game was a massive bottle job. That one was annoying. The Liverpool loss back in September is just, again, massive Kepa tax, so I don't even care too much about that. The West Ham game, it's not really a 3-0 game, but whatever. I'll take a 3-0 win against West Ham. It's been ages since we've beaten them anyway, so I'll take it just for the tribalism. But yeah, it is a little bit of a drop. I do think we've got a great chance to build that up against you guys because you lot are in absolutely terrible form. I'd put you down to maybe have a chance, but you've got no Aubameyang. You've probably not got Martinelli now because of Arteta. Who else are you out for this game?
So I think Martinelli is 50-50. Aubameyang is 50-50 at this point. Then you got Partey. I don't think Partey is going to play. And then with the rest of the team, there's not really too many. Who else would be injured? We have Xhaka, who might be still out for a 3-match ban. So he might be still out. And that's a good thing if Xhaka's out. To me, the issue is not the people who are injured. It's the style of play. Because there hasn't been no style of play for us. And I don't know how Chelsea's been playing, what style of play you guys have been playing. Have you guys been front foot attacking? Because we've been so defensive that we can't score goals. And at the same time, we're still making defensive errors. At one point, we had the best defense in the league. And then literally Aston Villa came to our house and destroyed that in one game.
I remember that because my mate was bare mocking it to us about it. And then that game happened. But yeah, with us, we usually play a high pressure attacking bit of football, but we've been more pragmatic in recent weeks. And I think that's because of the December pile up, and we're just trying to be more safer for future games. And I'll be real. I don't really see us pamming you in this game because we have another game in 2 days, and I think Frank Lampard is just going to want to have the win confirmed, maybe push to a max get 3 goals, and then you probably see us sit back, maybe even 2, depending on how long it gets to get through. I'm confident that we get a result. I just don't think it's going to be a pamming. But a lot of Chelsea fans are bare worried about this game only because of the embarrassment of if we drop points. I don't believe in any of that. Like, come on, are we really going to be worried that we shouldn't be dropping points to a team in your position? And that's not even me trying to mock it, but we shouldn't be dropping points in that position. That was one of our biggest issues last season, the bottom 5 of the league. We dropped points to the teams that we shouldn't drop points to, and we had tactical masterclasses against the bigger teams in the league. That's something, if we want to be title contenders, we can't be doing. So, yeah, we should be coming to yours and getting a result.
But you know what? As bad as we've been playing, no one ever actually tells you that we have been outperforming our opponents when it comes to chances. We just have not been clinical at all. You know how Tottenham are not getting any chances, but they're just every chance they get, it goes in? For us, it's been the opposite. We get chances. We got Lacazette going like this. You got Aubameyang dropping on the floor. You got Saka taking chances and literally just shooting it right at the keeper, fluffing his lines.
Yeah,
every time.
That's the problem we got as well. Like, we're not that clinical. Like, everyone mocks Timo Werner's conversion rate. It is a fact. He should really be taking more of his chances, but I mean, one of them eventually goes in with him or he puts an assist away, so you can't really complain too much of him. But he does need to be more clinical, and I think that goes around for the rest of the team as well. We would be battering sides if we took more of our chances, but that's something that will continue to grow the side. I know we're still gelling in a bit, but like we're closer to it than we were at the start of the season. But there's still little fine areas we need to do. We need to find a proper position for Kai Havertz because he needs to be more around the attacking third. We need to put Timo Werner more centrally, but also Tammy Abraham's been in good form. Olivier Giroud's been in good form. All our strikers have been in good form and all our wingers are injured, which just makes things a bit annoying. We also have no Chilwell for the game. Reece James, I don't think, is going to be in there for the game, which means we might not push forward as much as we should because I don't know how good the attacking play is going to be from the wing backs. Emerson's all right, but he's also very inconsistent. Azpilicueta is very good defensively, but I'm not sure about him going forward and back. You lot exposed that in the FA Cup final, so I'd be worried about that happening again, but you don't have Aubameyang for the game, so maybe not. I don't know. It depends on who your attack's going to be.
I'm going to show you right now. So you got Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Reece James, and Ben Chilwell. I feel like you guys are going to play a back 3. I feel like you guys are going to play a back 3.
We're going to go 5 at the back.
No, because the fact that you have Reece James and Chilwell out, I feel like you guys might, and also you've been doing it against other teams. I feel like you guys are going to go back 3. What?
Who would be our wing back if we did 3 at the back?
You play Emerson and Aspie.
Oh hell no, Aspie at wing
back. Or
Aspie
as a center back, and you play a right back. I don't know who would you play as right back? Default right back.
We don't have a wing back. The best one would be we bring Livramento up from the youth team, but I'm not doing that right now.
Yo, why'd you get rid of Lamptey? He came on and changed the game at the Emirates.
It was what was best for him. Like, let's be real. We've got Reece James, who right now is the best right back in the Premier League, in my opinion. We also have Cesar Azpilicueta.
There's still a guy called Trent, man.
Defenders in the league. Yeah, Trent's good. Reece James is better defensively and is better all round. So I would go for Reece James over him right now. It's not even hype anymore. I say that as fact. Last season, we were taking the piss with it. This time, it's real. Like, he is the best right back in the league. He's the most consistent right back in the league as well. So I think it is just facts. Azpilicueta's Azpilicueta at wing back, I would not want that. Like, his pace would be massively exposed. He's never been a good wing back for us. He's best at right centre back or right back, but nah, I couldn't back that. I think we probably just go for the 4-3-3 again. I don't really see us changing the same thing again.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get the, who scores. They always predict the teams, and they're usually pretty bad with their predictions for Arsenal. But I don't know about Chelsea, but this is what they have for the predictions for the team. You tell me, do you think it's going to be very similar to this when you look at the team? And to me, I just want to say one thing. Kurt Zuma, to me, has been as good as Thiago Silva. As much as people keep talking about. Nah,
Thiago Silva's been just better, but Zuma's been great. Like, Silva's just that bit more smarter, and his passing is just levels above. Like probably he's the best ball playing centre back in the league by a mile, in my opinion. So yeah, Silva is just above, but it is a very high ceiling. Like they've both been amazing this season. That's nothing to take away from either player. But looking at that lineup, the only thing I'd change is please, and I never want to see Werner on the left wing again in my life. Please, I'd switch Pulisic for Werner, and like that would be it. Maybe Giroud starts, maybe, but I could probably see Tammy starting as well, seeing as he got 2 goals back on Monday.
To me, if we play Eddie Nketiah, Willian, and Pepe, we're not going to win. where are we going to score?
I think we're winning anyway.
No, but like we're not going to get any goals with those guys. To me, what I would do is I would keep Ainsley in the team, but I don't know how you're going to do this. We just got so many issues, bro. Look at this team. This team does not.
Midfield absolutely reeks. That midfield is disgusting, man. Saka would probably be decent. I don't really back anyone else. Willian, I can't wait to see him hit the first man on a corner in somebody else's shirt. It will actually be music to my ears. I can't lie. I don't know how any of you, man, thought Willian was going to be good. Like that whole summer, the amount of Willian gas I was hearing, I was thinking, you lot are digging such a deep hole for yourselves. Why do you keep doing this? Like we were celebrating him going, you know. I've wanted him gone for years. He's the most mid player I've ever seen in my life. Like he's a track back merchant. That's it. Other than that, he's might have been a probably decent centre mid because he can progress the ball well. He can beat 2 or 3 players in the middle of the park and drive it forward excellently. It's just once he gets to the attacking third where he just kills it because he stands there, deer in the headlights and does nothing and just passes it sideways. It's annoying, but we've had that for 7 years. I don't know how you lot thought he was going to be anything other than mid for you lot as well.
I'm not going to lie to you. I drank the Kool-Aid. I was invested. I said, Willian, we don't need him, but he would be a good option. And everyone's telling me, no, Willian's coming in to replace Pepe. And then the first game, he gets 3 assists. I'm like, we got Willian. We're excited. And you know what? He got the assist the other day. The other day, he got an assist. And I'm like, Willian haters, sit down. By the end of the game, we lost against Wolves.
Yeah, I say this, Willian will probably do the most peak Willian thing ever in his career and just score against us. I can literally see the judge happening now. But same way, it doesn't change the fact that he is still absolutely average. And I don't know how you lot thought he was going to be anything decent. And then you thought he was our best player last season. Like, that was a mad.
Statistically, he was. Statistically, he was. Not eye test, but statistically, with the penalties, he was statistically your best player in the Premier League.
Penalties. So what was Jorginho our second best player of last season then?
Jorginho scored the second most goals in your team last year in the Premier League?
Yeah, I think he did, yeah.
More than Tammy?
No, second most. Tammy got most.
I thought Willian had like 14 assists, 14 goals.
Wait, you think Willian was our top goal scorer?
He had 14 goals last season, didn't he?
Probably in all competitions, but definitely not in the league. Tammy had 15 that season, 18 in all competitions. That'll be real. Willian was probably our 5th most important player that season. I wouldn't even put him in the top 3. Mateo Kovacic, Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount. Who else had a pretty good season? To be fair, Jorginho had a really good first half of the season, and then Billy Gilmore happened, and then that was it.
You guys send these guys over here to sabotage.
Olivier Giroud as well. He was 10 times more important. He's the one that got us top 4, not Willian. Willian just stat padded penalties because Jorginho wasn't playing after lockdown. That's all he did. And then turned into Adebayor when he's looking for a contract and just played bang until the end of the season because he wanted a new deal. The guy, I said it on aftv earlier, the guy's Babo FC, his new restaurant with David Luiz. That's all he cares about. He wanted to stay in London for 3 years, which is also the reason why you lot are not getting rid of him. He ain't taking a loan deal or anywhere. He needs to stay in London and focus on his restaurant with David Luiz, and that's what they're both doing.
Okay. Next, Chelsea guys just keep coming to Arsenal, sabotaging us. Did you see what David Luiz literally switched markers with Pepe, and then Yerry Mina scores the goal? And it's like, to me, I really think these guys are sabotaging. At Chelsea, did you feel like these guys were sabotaging Conte at times, or even Jose?
I know both Willian and David Luiz never got along with Antonio Conte. Well, second season at the very least, they all fell out. Willian for the fact because he barely ever played, he always preferred Pedro, and that's because Willian was always average for us, which I literally always used to say for years. But everyone thought he was sick, which was really jarring. But yeah, they both had issues with Antonio Conte. Do I say they were sabotaging anything? I mean, maybe there was some behind the scenes issues. I remember, what was it? We won the FA Cup against Manchester United in 2018. And William must have posted a photo of the whole team celebrating with the cup, and he put three trophy emojis over Antonio Conte to block him out. So I know that there was issues as well. He tried putting some excuse saying his daughter was on his phone and put the emojis over his face. But it's like, yeah, I believe you, mate. Definitely. Your daughter put three trophies deliberately in a line just to block Antonio Conte. Yeah, all right, mate. I don't really care too much. But yeah, there was probably issues. I don't think he tried to sabotage anything with us. I don't know what they're trying to do with you lot, but whatever, long may it continue. But nah, I don't know if they're trying to. I wouldn't say they did anything with us. Nah.
Okay. Now, maybe I'm crazy to think they're sabotaging us, but Chelsea players have come here, and we literally had a guy play in a Europa League, in a European final against you guys, and then get hired as your director of football a couple weeks later. I know that's your legend, but you know what? He was the last man to win a golden glove at Arsenal.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well, because a lot of Arsenal fans throw a lot of stick Petr Cech's way, but realistically, he's the last best keeper that you had. No other Arsenal keeper has had the Golden Glove since.
Yeah.
And before, who's the last guy? Jens Lehmann? Or are we thinking further back to David Seaman times? But that's how far back it's been.
No, I think Chesney got close. Chesney got it, I think.
Did Chesney get a Golden Glove?
Yeah, Chesney was a good keeper, man. All it was, he smoked too many cigarettes, and Arsene didn't like that.
Okay, well, fair play to him if he got one. I didn't notice that. But you lot were lacking a good, consistent keeper. Half the reason why you guys were so close to the Premier League title in 15-16 was because you had a leader like Petr Cech, and he was still in his prime at that point. You lot got him at the right time. He just declined really quickly at you guys. I think it's because he weren't with his goalkeeping coach. We still kept Christoph Lollischon with us. That might have been a reason for it. And also, like Petr Cech and Drew have both spoken about the change in mentality at Arsenal and Chelsea. That might have been a factor for it as well. But he did decline pretty quickly after the second season. I do know that.
It was a lack of investment, bro. Lack of investment hurt us big time because we got Petr Cech and he was the only person we got. And I'll give you one thing. He's a leader. Like, you have leaders at Chelsea. We like with Thiago Silva right now. Who else? I can't really think of too many guys off the top of my head. Thiago Silva, Conte. But Conte is not really a vocal leader. He's just a leader by example. But then at Arsenal,
James, I'd say.
Who else?
Reece James, I'd say. He's definitely got. Jorginho, too.
Azpilicueta,
vocal band squad. Aspi as well, yeah.
Yeah, but we lack leadership. We lack people who just been there, done that. You know what I mean? So when we got the Chelsea guys, I thought David Luiz Willian would at least bring like a little bit of that winning mentality. But guess what happens? At Arsenal, bro, we have a big problem. Some of these guys, they don't want to train with Kieran Tierney because he's too rough in training. Like, what is that?
Yeah, remember Hector Bellerin saying the team didn't really get along with Alexis Sanchez's winning mentality or something like that. I was like, what's wrong with your club, man? You
Hector Bellerin
really
needs to shut his mouth.
Vibes.
Hector Bellerin needs to shut his mouth, bro. That guy came out with some damning. Every time he speaks, he's giving banter.
I'll be real. We too much for one of the worst right backs in the league. I will say,
bro. As much as you say the worst right backs, the right back position in the league has been poor because he was one of the best right backs back in 2015-16.
Actually, yeah, that was Ivanovic's decline, so I'll give you that. Yeah, you say right back.
Yeah, he won.
No. That would be Big Cesar Azpilicueta then at that point.
No, it was before Kyle Walker. Before Kyle Walker was doing some crazy madness, you had him. He was the best right back for like 2 seasons. He won back-to-back best right back in the league, I think.
What, like team of the year?
Team of the year. That's what I mean.
No,
yeah.
Team of the year is always BS. It's the players that vote in. They all have their favorites. It's massively agenda driven. I'll always back Aspi because the guy's been Mr. Consistent for about 6 seasons out of 7. What was it? Sarri's last season was the only bad season that he had. But other than that, genuinely always been one of the best defenders in the league by a mile.
Okay. Now, let's talk about this Kepa situation. Kepa, what Mendy? Honestly, he's really good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but is it that Kepa was so bad, or is it just
Yes.
Mendy's that much better?
Mendy is a good goalkeeper, but also the bar was in hell with Kepa. I think I said it earlier, but like I said, Frank Lampard would have got second place if he had a semi-competent goalkeeper, because we had the second least goals conceded in the entire Premier League, despite all of our defensive mistakes. But we had a goalkeeper with the worst save percentage in Premier League history. And what that means is that if an opposition had 3 shots against us in one game, we'd concede twice. If they had 2, we'd probably concede twice or once. You lot, the 2-2 draw at the bridge, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. This is why we say Kepa tax. We mean Kepa tax. Like the Liverpool game, we were 3-0 down. 2 of the goals were Kepa's fault at the very least. The third one was just your average screamer against Kepa because he can't reach the top corners. We came back to 4-3, right? And then what was it? It was the Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain goal where he headed it straight into Kepa's arms and he palmed it into the net. That was when I gave up and I was like, yeah, this guy's useless. Every single thing that touches him is going in the back of the net. But this is what I also mean by Kepa tax. We would have done so much better last season with a semi-competent goalkeeper. And Edouard Mendy's showing that. We're now title contenders. We would have been title contenders last season. Nowhere near Liverpool. And I respect that. We wouldn't have contended with them. We would have finished second with a better goalkeeper, though. And that is facts.
Okay. So let's talk about Arsenal now. You guys know we're in a bad situation, but as much as we're in a bad situation, we still have quality players. We still have guys who, if they switch it on, they can do something. Like, as much as you throw banter, and I know you definitely throw banter because you literally, your logo has, you're sitting on a cannon. Like
at the Emirates from last season.
Now talk to me. Are you really not worried about anybody?
I'm more worried about the embarrassment of losing. Same thing with everybody else at Chelsea, in my opinion. But the thing I'm thinking that's different is if we lose, it's embarrassing anyway. So I don't care coming up with my chest and saying we should be smashing everybody. There's a chance that you can win. It's not going to be a guaranteed Chelsea victory. Like, straight up, you could end up getting a victory. You beat Man United at home, and that was your first away win against a top 6 side in nearly 5 years. And it's coming this season of all seasons. So yeah, anything could happen. Realistically, anything can happen. But what should be happening is we should be smoking you guys. And that is just fact. We should be wiping the floor with you, man. And if that don't happen, if we lose, I'm going to be like, how? First question I'm going to ask, how? Because there's going to be serious questions asked if we don't get 3 points. Even a draw, I'm going to be like, how? You should be winning. Your home record is awful this season. And the thing is, it's not even usually that bad. You lot are usually good at the Emirates. But this season, you can't even buy a win there. So why are we going to have to go there and take the L if we're going to talk about being title contenders?
True. I get where you're coming from. Now, I want to move this swiftly into the predictions for the show. And I'm going to introduce everyone on Twitter. I'm going to add in Twitter on this. So this is the preview, obviously, and we're going to be talking about Chelsea Arsenal. We're going to be talking about the predictions. Now, let's get right into it. Game predictions. My opinion, I'm going to do something Arteta did, and I'm going to be like, we have a 40% chance of winning, 60% chance of losing. That's my 60-40 split. The reason why I give you guys 10% more than us is because you guys are a better team right now, let's be honest, and we're in turmoil. But the reason why I give ourselves a 40% chance to still win, it's football, so that's 10% right there. Another 20% just because we're at home, and then the last 10% is something crazy could happen and Aubameyang could pick up form. But that's a lot of if, buts, and babies. To me, Chelsea are the favorites, even though we're at the Emirates. And I want to know from you, what do you think? Like, what's your prediction going into this? And you don't have to be nice, obviously. I know you you don't have to. Just tell me what you think, man.
It's like I said earlier, it should be a Chelsea win. It's going to be about breaking you lot down, first of all, because I think you lot are going to be defensively minded, first of all. I'm hoping the FA Cup final is all on those Chelsea players' minds, because I remember going into the FA Cup final, I said don't underestimate Arsenal, because I said you lot got absolutely pammed in the Europa League final. And if that is not on every single one of those players' minds going into the FA Cup finals, they all need to retire, because then they have no fight or they have nothing about them. They came, they gave it more than us. I'm sure Baku was in their heads while it was happening, and that was probably a massive motivation for them. Same way, I expect all that and more from Chelsea, seeing as the mentality is different. The FA Cup final should be on everybody's heads. Being screwed over by Anthony Taylor should be on everybody's heads. Kurt Zuma, I want Aubameyang turning him all the way in his nightmares this entire weekend so that he's focused on Saturday. Because I want Chelsea at their best. I said I want them to be merciless. I know we're going to get a couple goals and probably sit back if that's what happens. But I want us to be merciless. I want us to get some revenge after the FA Cup final because I think that was a load of bullshit still. So, yeah, I'm hoping Chelsea pam you lot. There is a chance you lot can win. But, yeah, I'm hoping the obvious happens and we get the 3 points.
Listen, Arsenal, the past 3 games at home against you guys. We beat you guys, we drew, and we lost last year. And last year, to be fair, we should have beat you guys. You should have had a man sent off. We should have had Gunduzi sent off. We should have had Jorginho sent off.
And Luis.
Yeah.
Think I didn't notice. Yeah, think I didn't notice him kicking N'Golo Kante when the ball was out of play. I saw that. That was a red card for him as well.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. In my opinion, I felt like that game was ours. If Jorginho got sent off when he should have been sent off, we would have won that last game. And that would have been, at home, we would have had 4 wins on the bounce, 4 years in a row. We would have either 3 wins and 2 draws. Was it 2 draws?
But wait, in the last 5 games at the Emirates between both?
No. The last 4 games at the Emirates in the league, I feel like we beat you guys. We drew, we lost. And the one before that, did we not win?
Which one? Okay, so we won last year, and then 18-19 you lot won. 17-18 was a 2-2 draw. 16-17 you beat us 3-0, and 15-16 we won 1-0. But also, same way, we've won at the Emirates more times than any other away team has in the Premier League in their history. So we like a trip to the Emirates as well.
That's true, but you don't have Drogba with you. So,
I think 3 of them were without Drogba. I think. I know, 2 of them were. No, 3 of them were. 3 of them were. 12-13 as well.
Okay, so I think when it comes down to it, you guys have a lot of quality in your team, but having your left back and your right back, your 2 stars of this season in the defensive end, you guys are going to have holes in your team. And I feel like the reason why we could get something out of it is because if you play Azpilicueta as right back and we play Gabriel Martinelli and we have Aubameyang running in the channels,
if with Aubameyang.
Aubameyang is a big if, but if Martinelli looks like he's going to be back. He doesn't look like he's injured. He looks like he's back. He even tweeted about it. If Gabriel Martinelli starts this game, he's going to give you guys trouble. In my opinion, that's one guy who can give you guys trouble, especially if that means Reece James not playing. So guess who's going to be defending against him? Azpilicueta. 1-on-1, Azpilicueta. We've seen him get burned last game against Wolves.
Our back against Wolves.
Was it Wolves or was it last game?
West Ham. Yeah, there was that one incident with Declan Rice. Other than that, it was a faultless performance from Azpilicueta. I can't lie. One of the best 1v1 defenders in the Premier League, and I've said that for the last 7 years straight. Martinelli can cause him trouble. He might do. But if he's any good as you lot say he is, he probably should be. But as good as we call Azpilicueta, he should be keeping him quiet as well. So if he's playing, that'll be a very interesting battle. I mean, he's probably playing at 50% again, knowing Mikel Arteta. But if he's on the pitch for about 45 minutes before his leg pulls up again, he might give him trouble.
You really don't rate our manager. That's why it's not even a player.
Manager, man. And the thing is, you lot overhyped him so much, and that's not you at general. That's your whole fan base. That the amount of Arteta prop I was hearing throughout the summer. How Man City were missing Pep Guardiola and everything, about how he tactically outclassed Frank Lampard despite him having a referee in his back pocket for 90 minutes. The overhyping was mad. And me, going into the FA Cup final, I had nothing bad to say about Arteta. I dare anyone to find anything I said on camera of me cussing out Arteta before the cup final. I said he was a quality manager. But then Arsenal fans had to do Arsenal fans and start overhyping him and saying he was miles clear of Frank Lampard and everything because he won 2 trophies a month for that. Slander had to run, and now it's even gone worse looking at the form now. He had a good start and everything, but it just got overhyped again and again.
Okay, now let's talk about overhype. If we're gonna Arteta, I'll leave the Arteta stuff because I feel like we covered it a lot. We're gonna cover it every single day until he gets sacked or something happens, change happens, or he turns around his form. But I felt like he did deserve some respect for the cup win, and we did beat City, Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea. So if that's something, I would give him something for that. But let's talk about
Yeah.
overhyped. And you guys got some. You don't keep the same energy for Pepe for Kai Havertz.
I see that coming. And you know what? The thing with Kai Havertz is I respect all the slander that's coming his way from rival fans. Do you want to know why? The game is the game. We did the same thing for Pepe. We did the same thing for Bruno Fernandes. Fine. If we're going to run slander on Kai Havertz, exactly like that. If we're going to run slander on him because he's been poor the last few games, fine. Let it run. When second season Kai Havertz joins, the slander will dry up so quickly, and I can't wait. And it's fine. I understand the game is the game. Run the slander right now. He's been poor the last few weeks. It's cool. I will take it all on the chin. Watch second half of the season, Kai Havertz. If you take a look at his career numbers, he always starts the season slow. His second half of the season numbers are dirt. I can't wait to see what he's like second half of the season. I can't wait to see what he's like second season. It's an assimilation process with him. He's 21 years old. He's going to come good. I don't mind. Like I said, let all slander run. It's cool.
Listen, I just want the same energy. After 4 games, people were saying Pepe's shit. He's never going to be good. He's never going to play well. He's never going to do anything.
Wasn't
Pepe's in the
Pepe
mud.
getting benched every week for Free William, though?
I don't even know what's going on with Pepe at this point. But I'm talking about Kai Havertz. I'm not talking about Pepe. At this point, everyone's pretty much accepting the fact that Pepe is not the player that we bought him for. We got fleeced. If you don't know, a man got sacked
Then
because
in
of that.
that case, wasn't everyone who said that about Pepe right?
To a certain extent, I'm not going to lie to you guys. A lot of people are being proven right.
Because you're saying people were throwing the same slander on Pepe. They were correct about that slander. But people are also saying with Kai Havertz, generational talent. I didn't hear people call Pepe a generational talent.
That is why. That is why it's worse.
Not generational.
That is why it's worse, though. If you're a generational talent, the overhyping of a player who's considered a generational talent. To me, a generation talent.
21 years old in a new league, and the guy's also come down with that thing that I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
And he wasn't asymptomatic in any way. He had a lot of bad symptoms and is coming back off it very slowly. So with all of those factors, I don't mind. He'll come good.
But he's not a generational talent because you got Haaland, Mbappe, even
and Kai Havertz on top of that.
Kai Havertz is not in that category. He's in the category below that.
Generational category.
He's in the category below that.
He's in the category below that. Okay, cool.
Because you can't put him in the Mbappe, Haaland category. Let's be honest, Lewis. You watch football. These guys are levels above him. You put them in any team, they get in. Kai Havertz doesn't get into every team. You're not
cool. Maybe not right now. There are some teams that he doesn't get into right now. Give him time. This guy was carrying Bayer Leverkusen on his back for the last 2 or 3 seasons. He's coming into a big project. Also being £72 million, that's also going to weigh on him. Timo Werner said that that's weighed on him as well. That's fine. I don't mind. We aren't in a bad position right now. If we beat you guys and results go our way, we could be second place in the Premier League. 5 days ago, people were saying we were out of the title race. This is a very long season. There's very few points that separate a lot of places. So it's all about runs. It's all about getting wins, and that's going to happen. Kai Havertz is going to come in his own speed. The good thing is our midfield is absolutely stacked, so I don't even need to care too much about Kai Havertz's form right now. That just means you put him on the back burner. Let him sit on the bench for a little bit. That's fine. Bring in Mateo Kovacic. We're good. That don't work. Bring in Billy Gilmore. We're still good. Our midfield's stacked anyway.
So I'm going to throw this out there. Pulisic this year has been dead. Aubameyang this year has been dead. A lot of guys have been dead who are better.
He has been injured half the season. I wouldn't say that.
Okay, but Pulisic had like 7 games.
How many starts has he had? Has he had 3 or 4 starts, and he's only had 1.5 in his position of left wing? The rest he's been put on the right-hand side, even for Mason Mount, which I thought was stupid at the time.
7 games, though, he played. One goal, 1 big chance, and I think he created 13 chances total. To me...
Is that not throwing context into it? The only time we played him on the left wing, if I remember correctly, or maybe we did it twice because I think we did it in the Palace game as well. But the only other time I've seen us do it recently was the Wolves match. and he was the best attacker we had on the field by a mile. Him and Ben Chilwell were absolutely bullying Nelson Semedo the entire first half. Why did we lose? Frank Lampard moved into the right and put Werner on the left for no reason, killed our attack. I like Lampard. This is me questioning him. Shouldn't have done that. Kind of cost us the game as well as the substitutions, but it is what it is. We move on. We're like, next game, I don't care.
Okay, and then the Timo Werner hype. Like, I get the signing. The signing was a good signing. You guys took one from Liverpool, but it looks like they got Jota. You guys got Timo Werner. Jota was criminally overplaying him, in my opinion.
Yeah, Jota's been great this season. I'm perfectly happy to say that right now. Timo Werner's had a slow start to the season. I mean, I was playing him in the wings for half the season is a big factor for it. I like him. He's not great on the left-hand side unless he's in a lot of space. You can't really beat players like that. His one-on-ones aren't that great. His ball control's all right, but he's better off at speed. He's better off in space. He's better off being instinctual. I prefer him on the right-hand side, even though it's not really the best either, but at the least he's on his stronger foot. It means if he burns a player, he can unleash a shot straight away or put a cross onto Giroud or Tammy's head instead of on the left-hand side where he has to cut inside, open himself up, and he just becomes predictable from that sort of angle. So if you play him on the right more, you might see the best of Timo Werner again. He looked really good when we played him on the right against West Ham, but right now there's also a confidence issue with him, and you can tell that with the way his finishing's been. He needs to get a goal. I'm hoping it comes at the Emirates. It'll be the perfect time for it. But as soon as he gets that first goal, hopefully the floodgates open.
Sure. Now, before we wrap up, the score prediction?
It should be 2 or 3-0. So I'd go for, because I'm confident, I'm feeling in the Christmas spirit, 3-0 Chelsea.
Behave. That's not happening. We know these games are a lot tighter than people make it seem like. I got people like Terry telling me that we're going to lose 7-0. I'm joking, not 7-0. He predicted a 4-0 thrashing. He's saying Chelsea, what they're going to do to us is illegal. This, that. We have people like
be illegal in 30 countries. Terry's jokes.
We have guys saying they predicted it. Arteta's going to get sacked after this game. They're predicting that Arteta's not going to have a job by New Year's because of the Chelsea performance. People are saying this is going to be the worst ever loss at home. You got Samuel pulling his hair in the background right now. It's just everybody's going crazy.
Why has Samuel joined in?
Samuel, jump on in, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't mind you being here, but why are you just hiding in the background, man?
No,
I'm back in the team, bro.
I'm in the background. I'm just in the background, just looking in. You know, if Lewis starts pounding Egal, I need to jump in just for emergency rescue.
You haven't backed him the entire show.
Nah, bro. There's no need for two people, 2 against 1. I'm good by myself.
I back myself, man. It's Chelsea Arsenal.
Listen, I'm going for a 0-0, not 0-0, 1-1 draw. I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
The win for a second. I was going to be like typical Arsenal.
You know what? I've said that before by accident. You know when you just say stuff and you say, "Oh shit!"
Accidents. Cool.
No, but yo, you guys are still rattled by that Martinelli goal. Like,
it's only because he did the Mbappe celebration. I was like, "Bruv, it's Kepa. Have some shame. Have some shame."
Would you say if Courtois was in there, it still would have gone in? Because really, it was a quality finish at the end to keep his composure.
It was all right, but Kepa tax. Like, you have a shot against him, is going in anyway. So
yeah, I can't know how you letting Bellerin score against you. So
Kepa tax, like, this is the same answer, and we literally said why it's statistically proven. So, like, it's actually factual now. Kepa tax ain't BS. Kepa tax is fact. What's your score predictions? Actually, I haven't even asked you.
1-1.
1-1. So going for 2 draws. Okay, cool. We've done this all day. Robbie is the only one that said an Arsenal win.
Ty 6-0.
I want that. It was just Robbie and Turkish and Cheeky Sport Joel.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Turkish probably predicted us to lose. I know.
Turkish predicted a draw.
Lewis, did he confirm Robbie about his comments?
We're hoping for the best, but prepared for the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, just on that, did he confront Robbie about the Ziyech comment that he said in the summer?
All I'll say is I didn't need to confront him. He took it all on the chin himself. I'll be real. Robbie took it like a G. Robbie took it like a G. You'll see it when it comes out tomorrow, but Robbie went there, he firmed it, he was like, I'm just gonna come out here and do this before you lot come and just roast me about it anyway. I'm gonna open it to you. So yeah, you'll see it. But it was good content. It wasn't really a massive roast session, it was more a good discussion, a little bit of banter sprinkled in, but it was good. I can't wait to see when it comes out because I got my content as well. I need to edit as well.
Yeah, everyone keeps comparing me to Ty. Am I even close to Ty? I know
mean,
Ty. I know Ty is super confident.
He's not
and
answering
like,
Egal.
maybe if I put on a toque, people will be like, I look like Ty now. I don't know. But everyone keeps saying I look like Ty, or I'm acting like Ty, or I'm
you
positive
guys
like
have
Ty.
the same sort of mindset where it's like you think Arsenal can win every game because there's always a chance. And Ty's exactly the same thing. And people rate that because it's like, fine. Like, you can't really dispute that. If you're going to think you can win every game because there is a chance, well, you can't really dispute that. It's fine. Like, that's your opinion. It's also very consistent as well. So it is what it is. But that's why people say you're like Ty, in my opinion. It's not a bad thing. Like, Ty is generally one of the nicest people I've ever met on fan media in all the times I've been doing it. Honestly, I don't know if you guys have met him yet or spoke to him once. You do. Honestly, he's such a blessed guy.
The last time I saw Ty was 2014, so it's been a long time since then.
Damn, that is a long. I think that was before he was even on aftv. That's mad.
Where did you see him? It's like this guy knows him from a chicken shop.
aftv since it first came out, and I went to a game once, and I saw Robbie Ty way before they were famous, like when aftv was on 10K subs.
Yo, are you gonna be doing a watch along?
Oh, of course.
I'm a Blues fan.
Yeah, definitely, man.
And you got your whole previews and everything ready for the whole week?
I've got a couple more to do tomorrow, but I've got my stuff with Robbie sorted. That's coming out tomorrow, so that sorts me out at least.
Okay. Anything you want to plug or tell the people?
Yeah, guys, check out Carefree Lewis G on YouTube, Blues Fans TV on YouTube as well, and yeah, up the Chelsea. Merry Christmas as well, guys.
Happy holidays to everyone. Thanks for coming on, Samuel. But yo, I'm gonna be doing a bunch of stuff myself. I'm gonna be doing I didn't realize how much stuff you do. You got everything out of the way today, and then you still got stuff for your own channel. So it's like it's gonna be crazy.
I tell you what, I don't know what you're doing after the game, but if you want to jump on our phone in to chat about the game for a few minutes, yeah, jump on. You might be in a very good mood. I hope you're not, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, let me know. I'll come on. I usually usually after like an hour after the game, right?
Yeah, I come off the watch along, do my review and everything about an hour and a half after I start the phone in. This is probably going to be the longest phone in I've ever done in my life, not depending on the result. It's either going to be great or it's just going to be the biggest slog of my life. But I don't see us losing this game. I really don't see us losing this game.
Okay, and just before we go, if you could take one player from Arsenal's team and put them in your team, who would it be?
One minute.
Is it that bad?
1 minute. I'm really trying to think, One player from Arsenal.
No, you can't even pick one.
Wait. We were gonna get Partey, but Lampard didn't even want him. That's the thing.
That's not what I heard. I heard he asked them, but they never actually made a bid, right?
I heard he wasn't the type of DM that he wanted, so he wanted to focus on someone like Declan Rice. But I don't know. Who am I getting? Nah, Aubameyang's washed. Whoever said that there, this time's up. Ever since he got that contract, he's finished. Dare I say Martinelli? Because I can't really think of anybody else.
Gabriel Martinelli.
Probably Martinelli. I don't know. No, Saka. Yes, Saka. I'll take Saka. Yeah, keep Martinelli. I don't want him now. I just keep getting flashbacks to January. Yeah, I'll take Saka. He's West London born and raised too.
He scarred you. He scarred you for life.
Not even. It was just one of the angriest I've ever come out of a game. Just because it was how poor we were. That was it. You were down to 10 men. Yeah, what was it? Mustafi as a lone centre-back for 65 minutes, and we only scored once. Like, that was disgusting. And also the massive Kepa tax as well, combined with that. Just thank God we didn't lose. Imagine we lost. Probably
You
be
know who
first.
I'm gonna say. If for Arsenal, it's one person, world class, World Cup winner, N'Golo Kante. We should have got him. We could have got him. We paid the same money for Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, like I don't know. I was surprised it was so easy for us to get N'Golo Kante, to be honest. We didn't even really have much competition in it. I think we just cashed it in early because as soon as we hit January in 15-16, we didn't care about that season anymore. It was like, get top 4 if you can. If not, then we'll just go next season. And that's exactly what we did, and we won the league. But you lot should have got Kante.
One of the nicest guys probably in
Mm.
in football. But yo, man, honestly, I know you're a busy guy. I don't want to keep you for long. Really appreciate you coming on and giving us your time for the preview. And you know what? You obviously are going to predict Chelsea win. I'm still not confident enough to predict the Arsenal win because every time I predict the Arsenal win, I turn into a meme. So I'm just gonna pick a draw just to be safe this time. Hopefully it works out because last time I predicted us to lose, we actually lost to Burnley. So I don't want to have that happen ever again. But yeah.
Well, I say I hope, but loosely hope not.
Anyways, bro, I'm out of here. We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to everybody watching. Thank you for watching. And if you guys haven't already checked out Carefree Lewis on his channel, Carefree Lewis G, and don't forget Blues Fan TV. And you know where to catch me on EGTV, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of here. Big up to you guys. Peace.